Alright, I thought I'd do a bit of an update on my character in Diablo 4. It's day 1 down into World Tier 3 and level 46. I've only just barely got here. So we'll see if I can actually do any of the any of the dungeons. So I'll find out that now. But yeah, came over from PoE. I think I'm gonna be going back to PoE pretty quickly. Honestly, well, I'll get into that later. But so I've got the construct. Oh, I got some random crap in my inventory too. I've left myself. Thanks, Past Duty, for that. But yeah, I've got the little construct dude. It's this little guy here. Seems actually to be pretty effective. Honestly, it does quite a bit of deeps, and he has some utility with taunts and that. So that's actually pretty cool. You definitely notice him, which is good. So it's good to notice things. I'm just gonna sell a bunch of crap. Yeah. But yeah, it's where am I going? It's definitely taking a little bit of getting used to again from switching from PoE. My main issue, honestly, with the game is that it feels like nothing's exciting when it drops. Like in PoE, at least like you can get a Divine Orb at level 1, you know. Obviously, it never happens, but you can. Whereas here, your drops are so limited. There's nothing exciting that can drop until you start killing Juriel. Basically, that's what it feels like. I just wish there was something that I cared about that was going to drop. I mean, short of like aspects that are good for my build, like perfect aspects, especially for Fury generation. I can't actually think of anything. Alright, so these boys level 55, so I might eat shit, possibly. Oh yeah, so I'm a Barbarian at the moment. I'm just doing some random charge and HOTA memes, because charge just seems really powerful at the moment. But it's nothing like, there's not a cohesive build, it's just basically putting points into things I feel like. Which is fine, because I'm only level 46, it's not like I have a Paragon board yet, whatever. That's another thing. Like, this might just turn into me moaning about Diablo 4, but I feel like builds are just so limiting, I wish they'd like done something with aspects which opened up kind of how they're used. Like, you got a lot of aspects that like they apply to specific skills, right? Charge does this if it does that, right? And like kick does this and ground stop does this. But if they just opened it up instead of being so specific about what skill does what, it could be, if you stun a whole bunch of enemies, they explode or something, rather than if you just stun them with charge. I know it's supposed to be so you can build around a specific skill, but if they opened up the wording on their skills, I think the game would be a lot more fun to make, builds around. Which obviously isn't really a part of this game, which is a bit of a shame, but it's just how it is. I guess not until you get to the Paragon board is where you can start kind of customizing your own builds. But you kind of waste the first 50 levels, in my opinion. But yeah, it's just really unexciting, honestly. I haven't really done much with the events, like with the seasonal stuff. Like my little dude's only. But to be fair, it's bugged, right? So, almost dying. It's bugged because the brazier or whatever didn't work for me, and I think it didn't work for a whole bunch of other people. I had to Google how to make how to not get like hard locked in the quest, and it turns out that you just had to hard reset the instance, and eventually it works. Which is pretty shocking for like a new league. The quest line's like completely bugged in that way. Also, another thing that's bugged is when I tried to do the nightmare dungeon, the souls, Requiem souls or whatever, it just wasn't picking them all up. I had nothing. Should I do the event? I think I'm gonna. No, I'll try. Don't know if I can. So I had killed everything, had picked up all the souls because they come up on your minimap, like as blue icons if you haven't picked them up yet. And but I hadn't picked up enough, so I was like, apparently if you pick them up too fast, it doesn't actually register that you picked them up. And so I had to reset the instance 3 times in the cathedral, just so I could pick up the souls slow enough that I could progress in that as well. And it's like, I googled it, and it looks like it's been a bug since release, since the pre-season, since before season 1. And it's just still there. Which, if I was a new player, like someone who's obviously this game seems to be aimed at, like super casual, that would really piss me off, because sometimes people fight for their lives in those dungeons, like start doing it a little bit too early or whatever. So yeah, it's weird that's a thing. And saying that, I only just found out about it, but I'm pretty sure I've been affected by that bug before. One thing they've done well though is finally being able to reset dungeons again. I know they've brought it back last season, but it still feels good to be able to reset my dungeons so easily. So that's good. Thanks, Blizzard guys. But honestly, it just feels like a slog. Which it is. Obviously, I'm just running Doomhind tunnels because as much as I love running campaigns, shout out to PoE, I'd actually rather just do this quicker and get to a higher level, because I feel like you only really start playing the game when you get to World Tier 4, right? Because there's no uniques dropping yet. Well, and if they are, they're shit. Everything's shit. Like, no items are good that are gonna drop for me until I get to World Tier 4. So I feel like that's when I can actually start playing the game and maybe looking forward to some drops happening. So that's a bit of a shame, They've done really badly in this game in terms of itemization. I don't understand why they have normal and magic items in the game at all. There's nothing you can do with them. You can't even upgrade them or whatever, They're just crap, and are just in the game. And I don't know why. Because it's not like you use them past like level 10 or whatever, if that. It's like really poorly thought out. The itemization system is really badly thought out. It's like they had a whole bunch of different concepts and just randomly pulled bits and pieces from a bunch of different concepts and then like, well, yep, that's our itemization. That's what it feels like to me, honestly. It just feels really incohesive. A lot of pointless things, I know I'm being hard on the game. It's like, it's not supposed to be a bitch fest. Like, I'm playing it, It's my choice to play this game. But it's just, I wish it was better. It would be great to see it better. And with Diablo, personally, my history with Diablo started when I was a kid, playing Diablo 2. I never played Diablo 1. But I did play Diablo 2, and then I played Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction. And then I was there for release on Diablo 3. I took a week off work and that for that. And you know, that was a clusterfuck to put it mildly. That was terrible. Yeah, I should have learned from that, but yeah. But yeah, so that was my history of that, and it's hard not to compare it to PoE because PoE's been around for 10 years now, and there's a lot they can learn from it. It's over 10 years, 12 years now. Charged away so I didn't die. See, might still die though. This charge is cool. I like it. They buffed it a lot. Surprised I'm doing this well in a level 55 zone, to be honest. Get a massive power spike when I hit level 50 and get all my Paragon points. So we'll see how that goes. Don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. But yeah, it's just a bit of a slog. I'm going to get to level 100. I'm going to get my Harlequin's quest again. I'm going to farm Jerial till I get that. And there is one thing I really do enjoy a lot about in Diablo 4, and it's probably not going to be it's probably going to be a bit of a surprise, but I actually really enjoy the PvP. But the thing is, I can never find any PvP. It's like the one thing I enjoy and no one else does it, and on the servers I play on anyway. I spent a long time last season trying to find someone to PvP against. I think I got like one fight the whole season, pretty much, like one day of people actually coming to the PvP zone and actually trying to fight. And then, you kill them a few times in a row and they never come back. Maybe I should sandbag. Maybe I should feed them a bit so they come back. I mean, at the end of the day, I just want a PvP. I don't really care if I feed or not, right? So I just score. Although it does feel good to win, yeah. But yeah, maybe that's my new plan. Go to the PvP zones, feed like fuck, till someone's like, hey, I enjoy PvP. And then I'll have someone else to fight. I mean, me versus them. But the thing is, I'm so used to Eve. It's like where you try to stack all the odds in your favor, try to make the fight as unfair as possible from the start. Because I think that's part of the game. It's part of the fun. And when I say that, things like elixirs, and that's what I mean, elixirs, positioning, little wrinkles in your build and things like that might be unexpected. Things like that. Which is all part of the game, I really enjoy that. I know it seems to be PvP. It seems to be a massive afterthought for them, but I think it's the part of the game they actually do the best. And it's not super great, but I really enjoy it. And I think they've done really well with it actually, with the balancing around it and that. Personally, I enjoy it. So no, it's actually the one part of the game I really enjoy a lot. And that's the whole reason I pretty much play Barbarians, because of how good it is at PvP, being unstoppable all the time. For your shouts and that. And I enjoy making PvP centric builds as well. But I never really get to test them, so. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Still leveling. Hope to get to Nightmare Dungeons by the end of the day. Should be able to do that pretty easily actually. And start working on my Paragon board. Remember how that works, I guess. Level up some glyphs. Maybe go back and level up, finish the quest line to level up my construct and things like that. Not really too sure how that works yet. It's great. I do like that they put in the effort for the league, though. You know, it's a whole new thing that's in there. They got like a little trailer at the start of it and things like that. But it would be also cool if they didn't have the game so bugged from the start. It's pretty insane to me that like there's like an unstoppable. There's a bug that stops people from playing, and the workaround is you have to reset your instance. You know, it's just insane to me that they release like that. I don't know. Maybe my expectations are a little bit too high or something. I don't know. Is it amazing? But it's like you know, it bricks your instance. Just you know. And if you're like a casual, this game is aimed at casuals. You can't have that. Those guys, they don't know how to reset instances. You know, they never had to. Why would they have to? Yeah. Anyway, all right. We'll see tomorrow how I feel about this game. It's a bit of a slog. Really looking forward to going back to PoE. But I set some goals. Yeah, we'll see how we go. All right, release this dude. You're welcome, mate. I'll catch you later, guys.